Hey, welcome.
Hello, yo, yo, yo.
Welcome to our first podcast
Huh?
of the Dad Labs.
The Dad Lab, baby. Let's do this.
Dad Labs. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about food, one of my favorite subjects.
Obviously, mine too.
Yeah. And not just food, because I like to be as foodie as probably you like to be.
Yep.
Um, we're going to talk about kids' food
Yeah.
in particular.
And what we feed them
Yes.
and what they don't want.
And always what they don't want, because
Yeah.
that's the one thing that gets me,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
What they don't want. So let me give you some insight. Do you make your kids food?
I do.
You
I
do?
do.
I make my kids food too.
Yeah, I
And
do.
then how much of that food do you bring home? Do they bring home?
Half of it maybe.
Yeah, right? My
Yeah.
kids said that no, I don't have time to eat it.
Well, one of my kids, he gets cafeteria, but we still send snacks.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. We
Cafeteria.
talked him into it. The other one, he needed a sandwich or something lunch from us every time.
Oh, if my kids could have okay, so this is what's happening in my household. They're turning me into hot lunch. I'm becoming hot lunch.
Yeah, you're the cafeteria chick.
And they always tell me after the fact. It's like, I made you your food. And it's like, when I was growing up, you know what happened to me? I had the same food every day
Oh yeah.
till probably high school.
Bologna sandwiches.
I did have bologna. I made it myself,
Yeah.
but my mom was one of the ones that bought like all that fun stuff, like fruit roll ups and the peel and pulls and the, fruit by the foot and all that stuff.
You would wrap the fruit roll up around your finger.
It got so bad I'd start trading.
Oh, you were one of those kids.
I'd trade for healthy food.
That's why you get allergies, bro.
That's probably why my kids have allergies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Did you ever trade for food?
No, because when I grew up, I didn't have lunches made for me. I ate from the cafeteria.
Oh, see, I didn't have a cafeteria. You know what we had? Milk monitor.
Milk monitor?
Did you have a milk monitor?
No. No.
Everybody wanted to be milk monitor. In the younger grades, everybody wanted to be milk monitor. You know what the milk monitor consisted of?
She's a Nazi.
They take a 7-year-old kid
Uh-huh.
and they said, "Here, take this tray of 20 milks,"
Ooh, and hand them out.
to all the other kids. And then you had to not spill it.
So that's favorites, right? Because then if I was that person, like I'd be giving my kids, like my guys, like extra milks and
Yours
stuff like that.
first, yours second,
No, yeah.
your third.
No,
No,
no.
girls, nah, they'd be
And I don't like you. Yeah, see you later. The girls would definitely be last. I would hook up all the homies just to make sure they got what they needed before the girls did.
Exactly.
No, I never did that. Only thing I knew is that in middle school is when cafeteria food took that step up, right? Where it started becoming like there was a day where you can get Pizza Hut, a slice of pizza.
That was high school for me.
Was that high school for you?
High school, they had this thing, stuffed pizza.
Uh-huh.
It was this place, or round table pizza,
Right.
and that was very clever of them.
Oh, yeah.
They started breadsticks, ooey gooey breadsticks, and it was like super expensive, but it was only on Fridays.
Yeah, they would only be particular
The
days.
line would be so long, and when I was first introduced to it, I was a freshman. I was like, "This is the best thing ever."
Yeah.
And you get a taste of it. It was a breadstick, and I'd never had a breadstick before that. Pizza stick, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
All I cared about was there was lots of cheese on it, and they had one of those big old
Butter.
ranch pumps.
Oh, ranch. Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
they would
ranch
pump a
pumps.
ranch on it.
Remember the little boats that they would give your food in? You would just fill that up with ranch?
No, they wouldn't trust us with boats. So they had to do it themselves. It was one giant pump of ranch all over the entire thing.
Yeah.
Dude, it tasted so good as a kid. But here's the worst part. I'd be standing this giant line, bell's about to ring. I've got 2 kids deep. I'm like, I'm gonna get it. Bell would ring.
Ugh.
I'd
I
have
would
to
wait.
I'd have to shove it in my mouth as fast as possible.
Hell, I'd be late. And
They couldn't be late.
you can't force me to be fast on
You
pizza day.
can't go off, couldn't go off campus.
Okay.
So it's like, why are you late?
Yeah. Because I was eating my pizza. The line was forever.
You'd have ranch all over you because you're like trying to eat it and your hands are, and that was the worst part. I felt terrible for whoever had my seat the next class.
Yeah.
Because I'd be wiping ranch on the all over the desk.
All over the desk would be all oily.
Yeah. Oh God, it was
Oh.
awful. Or my pants, and then you look like that kid.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's got grease stains all
How
over
come
his
your-
pants.
how come your
It's
parents-
weird.
How come your parents don't wash your
Yeah.
clothes?
How come you don't wash your clothes? Don't you care about personal hygiene?
No. Yeah, so my dudes, they're really good eaters, but they like having chips
Oh, my kids are salt fiend. I have two salt fiends and two chocolate fiends.
So how do you
So
get
that's
away from giving them like Doritos, right?
I just don't give it to them.
We do like the I don't know if you can have organic chips, but the pirate booty, what's this a funny name for a freaking chip for a kid?
Right? I know.
Pirate,
For kids, parrot booty.
pirate booty,
I
which
mean, I get
tastes
it.
like
I get it.
the little styrofoam things, the packing
That
styrofoam
can't be
balls.
good for you.
Right. So that, and then we do It's Kind, I think it is.
I like to get. Oh, I just
The fruit bars.
well, and I just found out my kid's celiac, which is gluten free. He has to
Okay.
eat gluten free. So that's a whole new world. And this
Mm,
is why I'm becoming the hot lunch.
you're
Because
like, okay.
he's like, Dad, I need something to eat, and I can't eat just all crackers. And I'm
Right.
thinking to myself, oh, I'm going to be that bad dad that gives them all this junk food like chips and crackers, and
Ritz crackers.
I have to throw a fruit in there,
Right.
right? And then it's like I come home and there's a cutie sitting there. You buy like 45 cuties at a time,
Yeah.
and it's like, how is this possible that I'm giving you a cutie? Just throw it away.
What's that real fruit called? It's a tangerine, right?
Tangerine, that's a yeah.
All right, right?
Tangelo,
They call them
tangerine,
cuties.
cuties, yeah.
I ain't so
Yeah,
cute.
what? It's like, yeah, I call them cuties now because it's like Kleenex,
Yeah,
tissue.
fishy.
It's a name brand.
Right.
It's cuties, I guess. Well, and that's the other thing. I feel awful because I'm like, I have to give them a fruit,
Uh-huh.
so they have to have a fruit in there, and then I feel obligated. They have to have a chip. Why do they have to have a chip?
So your kids got like that huge
Bulging lunch.
lunch bag?
Yeah, and it's like it's awful,
They're what is it called?
and it all comes in. So I've got fruit snacks.
Uh,
You got Welch's, which taste amazing, and then you
mhm.
got the other, um, and then they have a bar, and then they have a chip, and then they have a main lunch. This is what I like to call the main lunch.
Oh damn, it's like 7 course
I
meal.
That's to me. I'm like I'm Chef Tommy here. I'm
How do you,
I'm giving you all this food, and then half of it comes back. What
how do
did
you
you
have
do?
the time?
I don't. I literally have 45 minutes. So I get up.
Okay.
I start making because here's the thing. I watch my news. Okay, there's a TV show that I watch is the local news.
Yeah.
And the only reason I watch the local news is what the heck to put on my kids.
Uh,
What are they going to dress for that day? But
Saran wrap.
here's the thing. It's like, okay, what are they going to eat? And then once I get everything ready, zip them this
Literally saran wrap.
what are they going to eat for the day? And I have 45 minutes. I literally at 7 o'clock, the bell rings in my mind, and I'm like, I'm out
Yeah.
because I have to start loading the backpacks because they're lost souls when it comes to grabbing their lunch, grabbing their and waters. When did that become a thing?
Stanley's when Stanley's started.
It's called water fountain.
Oh, and right?
That's what we had. Don't suck on it. Don't you put your mouth on it, and that's what you learn.
You would count. Remember, you were like, excuse me, it's been 20
tap him on the
seconds.
shoulder. Tap you on the shoulder.
Eat it. I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
And then when they started making the cold drinking fountains, and you're just like, you're gonna waste all the cold
Yeah,
one.
don't. Yes. You go first, and it's like you hear the condenser like
Yeah,
popping
yeah.
on, and it's like,
No, but
yeah.
now they got like my kids have Stanleys. They take Stanleys to school.
My kids have the thermoflask
Yeah.
or whatever Costco sells
Yeah.
is what they have, and it's like it's so beat up, and it's like, what do you do? Like, I don't want to give them water because of the whole microplastic thing, right? I feel like terrible. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna send you with microplastics. I don't know how many years that thing's been sitting on a pallet, but I don't want to send them with water because then they look like that kid.
You got to get the
I don't want my kids to be that kid.
right. You got to get the Collagen water at your house, the cooler.
I mean, that's all fine and dandy. I just use the refrigerator. I have no clue. I've hit that reset button on that filter so many times.
Dang. It's all slowly coming out.
It's sludge, just
put.
yeah, and yeah. Oh,
Dang,
don't.
why does the water taste like hell now?
Oh. Speaking of which was never an issue in my day. I've had my daughter come up to me and be like, "Dad, the water you gave me tasted like soap."
I forgot to rinse your cup, sweetheart.
100% forgot to clean their.
I started to wash it,
Yes.
and then something else came up,
Yep.
and then I forgot to rinse it, and the soap was still in there.
100%.
Oh yeah, dude, every
I
time.
do it all the time, and they're like, "It tasted like soap," and I was like, I'm sorry," and then I feel bad. I'm like, here I am, dad guilt, right?
Yeah.
Comes in. I don't know. Well, so here's the other thing I was saying is that hot lunch,
Hot lunch time.
hot lunch, Tommy, right? I got these things at Costco. They're chicken burrito bowls, gluten
Oh my
free.
god, that sounds delicious.
It sounds and I have to heat up his lunch.
Okay.
I put it in a thermos. Hashtag thermos, right? I put him in this thing. It's got a fancy little cup. It's like this little thing.
Yeah.
and he gets a hot lunch.
So I want you to make me lunch.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Dang, you should
Oh,
open up a restaurant.
hold on. Let me add this little tidbit. Who forgets the lunch at 7 o'clock? If all the kids have their lunches, it's 7 o'clock. Now I got to shuffle them out the door. Dad doesn't have a lunch.
Yeah. Now you got to eat out.
Now, and I usually don't because I'm like, nope, I can't do that. There's no way.
Yeah, because everything's expensive.
Everything's expensive. That's exactly. Yeah, I'm buying all this gluten-free stuff and I'm heating all this stuff and
seed oil.
Yeah,
and everything like
you
that.
know what my kids are on now?
What?
Bacon.
Oh, what's wrong with bacon?
Turkey bacon roll-ups.
Oh, why turkey though? Is there
Actually,
really,
turkey and ham. My kids like ham though.
But is there any real difference between turkey bacon and regular bacon?
No, it's real bacon, but it's game changer right here. This is a dad hack of the day right here. Kirkland pre-cooked bacon.
Kirkland pre-cooked bacon.
100% dad hack.
So how do you warm it up? Just
you throw it in the microwave, dude.
Oh, sheesh.
8 pieces, 2 minutes, dude. It's crispy. My kids like crispy bacon.
Yeah.
Bam, ready for lunch. But see, then here's dad life again. This is my big deal. I can't have an air fryer and the microwave on at the same time. I'll blow the circuit.
Oh yeah.
And what do the kids want when the bacon's cooking?
French fries.
They want chicken nuggets for
I
breakfast.
want French fries, but I'm thinking about
Dino chicken nuggets for
oh man, those Dino nuggets, man. Can you make the box bigger? Dino nugget people.
Not even that. Now I'm gluten free.
Uh-huh.
Dino chicken nuggets box is even smaller.
Is it?
Yeah, for gluten.
Because for gluten free.
Yeah, 100%. And it tastes like it just tastes terrible.
Ooh.
Well, for me, it tastes terrible. It doesn't actually. Celiac tip. It actually tastes crunchier than the normal Dino chicken nugget.
Okay.
So the gluten free has that. I mean, obviously, it's denser.
Right.
It's not made with the wheat, so it's got a little bit more crunch to it, which I like.
That's really cool.
But I'm not going to eat it
because the other Dino nuggets can get soggy, man.
And you know what? Here's another thing, dads. Have you done this?
What's that?
Okay, so last night it was taco night, so I was cleaning some stuff up, and I lifted the lid on the fryer. There was a Dino nugget in there.
Grub sesh.
What was dad to do?
Grub.
Dude, I put it in my taco.
Yeah, screw the dog. You're gonna get this Dino nugget.
Yeah. I got that nugget. Yep, I did. I'm not ashamed to say it. I tried that nugget.
That's awesome, man. Yeah.
Yep.
So with us, like dinner is a big production for us because it's like every day I pick up my little boy. First thing out of his mouth is, "What's for dinner tonight? What's for dinner?" And then, no matter what I tell him, he has a suggestion of like, "This is what we should be having, Dad."
Oh.
And it's always pasta.
Oh, there you go.
Pasta, spaghetti, pasta. Can we have pasta? Pasta and chicken nuggets. And when he means chicken nuggets,
I can relate. My kids are straight up pizza.
Yeah. Oh, I love pizza. Let's go. And so I got to tell him like we've changed things around a lot, man. But he's at the point right now of learning where it's like you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Oh.
How many people have said that all the time to their kids?
You
get what you get, don't throw a fit. And there's been times where he fights it, and guess what? You don't eat tonight. But it never happens, right? Because they challenge a little bit, but then they come back to the table and go, "All right, let's eat." Yeah.
Speaking of challenges, that's a good tidbit. How do you handle that fight?
Yeah, they just tell them like looks like you don't want to eat. We're not making anything else. I always tell them this is not Burger King, bro. You can't have it your way. Hashtag not sponsored.
Yes.
Yet. So it's just how to handle that. I don't know. Maybe that's something we can reach out to our listeners for and
comment.
Yeah, just like let us know how you handle a kid not wanting to eat what you made for dinner.
Yes, it always happens. There's always one, and I have one. My youngest is the same way.
Yeah,
he has to have Dino nuggets. He looks at you like a sad puppy dog.
Where's my nuggets, Daddy?
He goes, "Oh," and so we have the 3-bite rule. 3 bites. You have to have 3 bites of everything on your plate.
Yeah,
at least 3. And let me tell you, those bites are a struggle. Those 3 bites. He will take the littlest. I mean, and he'll smell it, and he's like, "Oh no, doesn't smell good." I was like, "Yeah, it doesn't smell like Dino chicken nugget."
Yeah. Well, you let it sit there for a half hour, guy. Starting to smell like the room.
Yeah. Oh. So
yeah. So you can't say 3 bites. You can't. What I do is I like cutting it up. You eat these pieces, and you're done.
Oh, there you go.
Because kids are smart.
Yeah,
you go, 3 bites. They'll be like,
yeah, barely a bite.
1,
100%.
2. Or I took one and
But
there's like three pieces.
don't you feel that dad guilt, right? You went and bought all this stuff. You made it, slaved over the food, the
Yeah.
pasta, whatever it is, and they don't like something about it.
Yeah,
And
that
they throw it
sucks.
away.
That sucks.
But then I don't want to be that dad that's like, you must eat everything on your plate, because that's how I grew up.
Yeah.
Everybody in my family was like, you have to eat everything on your plate.
Or you go to bed hungry.
Or you go to bed hungry. Exactly. Yeah. That's you get what you get. And
you don't throw a fit. Stop crying.
Yes.
Your parents work hard for that food. They'll learn. That's the thing. They'll learn when they have to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, because this dad thing is very delayed.
Right.
Delayed gratification.
Right.
And it never pans out how I want it to pan out.
Yeah, I mean, and shout out to moms too, because they're there with us.
Oh yeah.
But this podcast is about how us dads work in the lab all the time just to satisfy these kids.
We're experimenting ourselves. No one really told us. We just have experience.
Yeah.
And then we're having to figure it out ourselves.
Still figure it out.
Yep.
I've been a dad for 25 years.
Holy moly.
25 years, and I still don't got it figured out yet.
Right?
So hopefully here we can get some insight, even from our listeners too.
Yeah, I agree.
And our experiences.
Comment down below.
And we have other dads. We can bring them on.
Yeah, we will. We will bring others.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Okay, let's do this. I think we've exhausted this topic pretty good.
Okay.
Let's do some rapid fire.
All right.
You want to do some rapid fire questions? Okay, rapid fire questions. First question of the day. What's the weirdest thing you've had to Google as a dad?
Oh, what certain type of poop that comes out of my kid means health-wise.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I remember looking that up when my first son was born. I remember looking that up. The color.
The color, the texture.
Are you a gagger or not?
Well, for throw up, I am.
Oh, I think it's so funny.
For throw up, but
my daughter will throw up if she sees throw up.
Yeah.
Or sees any part of it, and I just laugh.
Yeah.
The gagging reflex makes me laugh. I don't know why.
You're gonna make me do it too.
If there's anything in this world that's gonna make me laugh, it's watching somebody gag.
Yeah. That'll work for me.
Hands down, the funniest thing. For me.
But for poop and stuff like that and changing diapers, like that was never a deal. Like poop, if it got on my finger, I might that accident and slip, and you're like.
Are you the one that has to pick up stuff in your house, or is it your wife?
What do you mean pick up what?
Anything.
Oh, we work together.
Oh, see, I'm the one that picks up everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't have I don't have a gag reflex. I don't have
when you're talking about like stuff like that.
Anything.
Oh, like I said, it depends. Like, there was when we had like the throw up sickness going around the house. Like,
stomach bug.
Yeah,
those are the worst.
If it's like the kids like projectile vomiting while walking to the bathroom.
Oh, I get so mad at that.
Like,
that's gonna be another episode.
I'm so into it to clean up to where I don't even think about gag reflex, and I'm like on it, doing that. But then like if the dog throws up a little something. And I go with a paper towel, and I'll be like, I can't do it. I can't do it. So
it's warm. It's warm.
It depends on where my stomach is at that point in time, I guess.
That makes sense.
It's a little too much in my head too, as well. But yeah, throw up is not my deal. Not my deal.
For my Googling.
Yeah.
I think I feel really bad saying this, but sometimes it's spelling words. Like I'm testing my kid on their spelling words.
You're like, is that how you really spell it?
Yeah, I don't think that's right. Doesn't sound right. Doesn't look right.
Bingo, Dad.
And then you're trying to work through their handwriting, and you're like, oh, that doesn't look right. I think this is wrong. And then it's like, babe.
Yeah.
That's what I always default to my wife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So
I'm not a speller.
Have you ever dropped your child when they were a toddler or a baby?
Did I drop
Have you ever dropped them or accidentally hit their head?
No, but you know what? My oldest rolled off the changing table.
There you go.
And I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I panicked.
Yeah.
I don't normally panic. And it was one of those things too. It was kind of weird. I think I did you know how like soccer players, they and ever since this happened, my ingrained in my brain, dad brain, I'm like, normally when you drop something, your hands go away and you flinch away from it, right?
That's what you did with the.
No, this one I put my foot out.
Lucas.
So he literally hit my knee and rolled, and then I didn't want to touch him. I thought I broke him. Babe, I go running off. I left him.
Call the ambulance.
I'm like literally leaning out the door, and I'm like, "Babe, he fell off the changing table.
Baby number
Help!"
3's hurt.
And I picked him up, and of course he was totally fine. I mean, changing table maybe what, and literally he didn't really fall. He hit my knee and rolled. So
Our first one, we had a condo before we bought our house,
mhm.
and we thought he was sleeping upstairs on our bed, and he was underneath one of those little play things that you lay on,
Yeah, yep.
And we're just sitting there hanging out. Next thing you hear is "Futum."
Uh-oh.
And we
Oh.
ran upstairs, and we had upstairs, and we were young, we could run.
Yep.
Ran upstairs. Oh my god! And we thought he was like
Done.
hurt,
Yep.
done forever.
Yep.
What's wrong with him? Oh, he was fine.
Yeah.
These kids can freaking bounce back like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Now, third kid into it, I'm like, man, you're good. Shake it off, Garrett, my youngest one. You're good. Come on, let's go. Stop being baby.
Yeah, that's exactly. Well, and usually the more you have,
Mhm.
I feel like that they sense that they have to be more rough and tumble.
Yeah, they do. They
That's
do.
my biggest thing.
And they're just competing. You know,
They're always, yeah, they're
always competing.
always competing.
Like today, we're at the baseball field. That's all where
Yes.
these dads, us, has spent a lot of our times at.
Yes, this
You
is our
know?
sanctuary.
This is our sanctuary.
We don't have that zen, that little sand that
Yeah.
you rake.
What is that?
No,
Golfing?
it's that Japanese where they rake the nice little like origami
Bonsai
that
trees?
bonsai tree.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And no, we rake the field, the
field.
flay.
Mhm.
That's our zen.
So we are in the dugout right now.
100%.
We thought this would be a cool place to do the first one here.
Yep.
First episode. I love it.
I know
This
this
is
is
gonna
good.
be great.
This is good. More to come.
Yeah.
Watch Dad Labs.
Yeah, baby.
Listen to Dad Labs. You're gonna subscribe.
You're
Facebook.
going to.
Facebook. Join our Facebook page. Instagram. Look for videos on Spotify. Also on YouTube. Catch us later. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
this is good stuff.
Yeah. And also don't forget to file in, leave some comments.
Yeah.
Leave some comments and give us some ideas on some good question when we do some questioning here.
Yeah, questions and then episodes you'd like to hear about in the future. We're open, totally honest. We'll talk about it. We talk about almost everything.
Oh
We're
my
pretty
gosh.
pretty open. So,
Yeah.
we're also going to have certain guests here and there. So, hey, it might be you.
Ooh. Don't be afraid.
Nope, don't be afraid.
This is very, very what is this? This is your safe space, Dad.
Yes, this is your safe
You're
space.
good.
You can come, collaborate with us, and then we can all just hang out.
We might laugh a little at you, but hey, that's
Yeah.
all good love.
But what happens here only happens here and the podcast. If all those people listening.
Oh yeah. Well, this is gonna be fun, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Tommy and Tommy.
Yes.
Let's go.
Later.
Dad Labs. Check us out.
Check us out.